So we're going to start on our backs again today. So go ahead and come onto your back. Yeah, we're going to start on our backs. So let's have the knees bent and the feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Just become aware of your breath. Relaxing the body into the ground. And then bring your attention to the feeling of your pelvis. Can you feel the movement in the pelvis as you breathe? We'll start to exaggerate that movement. So as you inhale, you tilt your tailbone down, arching the lower back and the belly away from the ground. And as you exhale, you curl the tailbone up. It doesn't lift off the ground. You just tilt and press the lower back flat into the ground. Inhaling, tailbone down, lower back arching. Exhaling other way. Okay. Now we're gonna stay with the pelvis and the breath. And we're gonna rotate from side to side. So one hip lifts up toward the shoulder as the other one moves down toward the heel, and then reversing. Kind of like you're turning your pelvis clockwise and then counterclockwise. And relax down. And one final movement here. Almost like the hips are climbing stairs. We lift one as we press the other one down, and then reverse. Try to keep the knees center. So it's not a huge movement. Kind of like when you're in downward dog and you lift one hip to press the opposite foot a little bit deeper into the ground. And then come back to stillness. And just feel how the breath feels inside the pelvis, the sacrum. See if there's any subtle, just natural movement. And then we're going to take the feet off the ground. So the knees are bent at a right angle. And we're going to curl the tailbone up so that the lower back presses flat on the ground. And we're going to try to keep the lower back pressing on the ground. As we lower the feet, the back is going to want to arch. And so we use our abdominal muscles to keep the back flat and pressing down. Keep the bend in the knee at a right angle and slowly lower one foot to the ground, keeping that low back flat. Don't let it arch up. And then slowly bring the leg back up and do the other leg. The only thing that's moving is at the hip. So you're not bending the knee any more than when you started. If it feels easy, you're probably not doing it right. Really focusing on pressing the flat back into the ground. And the next time the left foot comes to the ground, hold it there. And then bring the right ankle on top of the left leg. Just take a minute and let your back relax and your belly soften. And then lift your left foot, clasp your hands behind the back of your left leg, and pull the leg toward you. Flex both feet. Breathing slowly, filling your body. And exhaling, pressing the left foot toward the right foot. Pull the chin down toward the chest. Deep, slow breath. Letting that exhale relax you as you move into it, pressing foot to foot. Release your hands, release the left foot down. And then keep your right foot on top of your left leg. And bring your left foot out to the side so that you again have a right angle in the bend of your knee. So your ankle is lined up with your knee and your knee is lined up with your hip. And then you just let the weight of that right foot rest heavily on the left leg. If that's too intense on your left leg, you can take the foot off, bring it to the ground. Bring the left arm overhead, reaching long, feeling the distance between the left hand and the left knee, and breathing into that long length as you inhale. Just surrendering into your exhale. The hand back by your side. Release the right foot. Lift the knees. Lift the tailbone. Tuck it under. And place the left foot on top of the right thigh, just above the knee. Clasp your hands behind the back of your right leg, drawing that leg toward you. The right foot is at the height of the right knee. Both feet are flexed. The chin comes down so the spine is long in the neck. The breath is deep and full. And when you exhale, push the right foot toward the left foot. See if that makes the chin come up and the neck arch some more. Bring the chin back down. Just stay with slow, deep breaths here. Track the breath from the beginning to the end and feel every place that it enters into your body. Release the hands and return the foot to the ground, keeping your left foot on top of your left leg. Step your right foot out to the right side. Drop the knee in and down so that the right knee is straight down from the right hip and the right foot is straight out from the right knee. Let your left knee relax down. Maybe curl the outer edge of your right foot in toward your left foot. Releasing the left foot off the knee if it's too intense. And then we'll bring the right arm overhead. Inhaling long, reaching long. Let the breath span the whole distance of your body. Return the arm by your side. Release the left foot. Lift the knees. Bring the right foot in. Lift the tailbone. Tuck it under. Hug the knees to the chest. Feel the breath in the pelvis. And then rock yourself up. Coming up onto your sit bones. Bring the hands around the knees. Lean back a little, but not by rounding your back. So keep your chest lifted. Just lean back in a straight line. And then lift your knees. Lift your feet. You can reach your arms forward. You can reach your arms up. You can keep your legs bent. You can straighten your legs. If it's too hard, you can bring your hands behind the back of your legs and hold on that way. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your breath steady and slow. Turn the corners of your mouth up. Good. Release the feet down. Bring the hands back around the knees. Tuck the chin and round your back. Letting the weight of your upper body pull away from the weight of your hands. And then breathe deeply into the upper back. And bring yourself back up. Extend the left leg out to the side and bring the right foot in. Bring weight onto both sit bones. Flex your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come over to the left. If you can, bring your elbow or some part of your arm inside of your thigh. And then as you press the back of the arm to the inner thigh, you can help rotate those left ribs under you. Reaching the right arm overhead. Take your gaze up. Press the left thigh into the ground. Inhale, reach long out of the right arm. Exhale, sinking down into the left side. If your neck is hurting looking up, you can just look down. And inhale up. Exhale down. You're going to take that left leg, cross it over the right leg, and hug the knee toward the right shoulder. If this causes your left sit bone to lift up off the ground, just straighten your right leg so that you can be planted on both sit bones evenly. Sit nice and tall, using your hands against your leg to pull you up through your torso. Holding on with your right hand, inhale the left arm up. Exhale, rotate your belly to the left. Bring your hand to the ground behind you. Now you can keep your right hand on your knee, or if you want and you're able, you can hook the elbow over the leg, deepening the twist. And then bring the right index finger and thumb together in Gyan Mudra. And then if you can, place that on your chest, deepening the twist even more. Wherever you are with your right hand, we're going to press down with the left hand, lift taller through the crown of the head. And then exhale and rotate the ribs to the right. Lift over your shoulder. Inhale, pressing down, reaching up tall. Exhale, turning your gaze. Feel the length of the in-breath, the release of the out-breath. And then use an inhale to come back to center. Release the right leg, bring it out to the right side, and fold the left foot in. Sit on both sit bones, flex your right foot. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, come down to the right. And again, bringing the hand or the arm or the elbow to the inside of the thigh. Pressing against the thigh, roll your ribs up. Reach overhead with the left arm. Take a deep breath, pushing down into the right leg, reaching long. And then exhale and sink. Turn your gaze up or down. Usually takes more effort to keep it in the center, so whichever feels nicest on your neck is fine. Can you breathe up under those ribs and make them open a little more? Feel where it's tight and send breath and love there. And then relax into the exhale. And inhale up. Exhale, release down. And cross the right leg over the left. And again, this side may be different. So see, does the right sit bone feel as grounded as the left? If it doesn't, straighten that left leg. Hug the right knee toward the left shoulder and lift up through your spine. Feel your chest open. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, turn to the right, bring the hand to the ground behind you. Inhale deeply. Exhale, turn your belly to the right. Lengthen up through the crown of your head as you breathe in. Reach around with the chest as you breathe out. The eyes reach back behind you. I forgot to say it, but you probably already did it if that's your practice. You can cross your elbow over the thigh if you prefer. Use an inhale to come back to center. And then release that right foot. Bend the left leg if you haven't already to come onto hands and knees. Find your table position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You can be on fists if your wrists like that better. Before you move, just feel the weight of your arm bones sinking down into the ground. Feel your leg bones sinking down into the ground. Feel the four legs of the table really supporting you so that the spine and all the muscles in the torso can relax. And then inhale, curl the tailbone up, drop the belly down, lift the chest and eyes, stay here, and exhale and sink the spine lower. Inhale again, reach up with your eyes, lift through your collarbones. Exhale, round the back, tailbone under, spine lifts, head drops. Stay here. Inhale into the back of your spine. Exhale, lift the belly. Inhale, reverse. Tailbone up, belly down, eyes up. Staying here. Using your exhale to sink your back toward your front even more. And then inhaling more. And exhaling in reverse. And then just continue at your own pace. So there's 1.5 breaths in each position. The cow pose, getting an inhale and exhale and an inhale, and the cat pose, an exhale and inhale and an exhale. Using both the inhale and the exhale to deepen the posture. next time you're ready to switch, just come back to neutral spine. Keep your hips lined up over your knees and walk your hands forward. Dropping your chest toward the ground, resting your forehead on the ground if you can, or if you're able, bring your chin onto the ground, or your cheek. Now, every time you exhale, sink your back towards the floor. Inhale deeply, filling the lungs from bottom to top. If you're on one cheek, turn to the other one. Try to keep the elbows straight so that it's deep in the shoulders. We're also really opening the mid and upper back here, but you probably feel it in the shoulders. And if you don't, then maybe you need to lift your elbows off the ground, really straighten the arms. If you're on a cheek, come to center and just push into the hands to lift your chest off the floor. Bring your elbows together, your forearms together, your palms together. Try to have the elbows touching if you can. Now, take those prayer hands, keeping the hands together, and lift the hands above the ground. Drop your face into the crook of your elbow, kind of resting on your upper arms, and pull your hips back a little. And again, sink your back, sink your chest. And then shift your weight forward, bring your hands down. Come onto your hands. And then roll all the way up to standing on your knees. Bring one hand onto the belly and one hand onto the chest. Breathe from the belly hand to the chest hand. Now take the chest hand and bring it to one of your heels. Whichever side you're starting on is fine. If you don't reach your heel, curl the toes under. If you still don't reach your heel, that's fine. Just bring your hand onto your hip instead and bring your elbow back so that the chest is still open. Drop your head back and then exhale to the other heel or the hip. Bring your tailbone under you. Press it forward. Breathe into your chest. If your hands are on your hips, really squeeze those elbows toward each other. And then bring one hand back onto the belly, looking over the shoulder. Bring the other hand back onto the heart. And then sit down on your heels. And fold forward. Keeping the arms outstretched. Press into the hands. Send your hips back. Pull your navel toward your tailbone. Notice what you feel when you do that. Where is the breath here? Now keep your hands where they are and lift your buttocks back up. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes. Take a breath in. And then exhale and lift the hips. Good. So just like we did when we began class, lift the right hip down up and press the left hip down. So the right heel comes up a little bit to lift the right hip as you press the left heel down, and then reverse. Lifting the left hip and heel, press the right heel down, and just go back and forth a few times. Feeling your breath, feeling your body. And then press both heels down, press both hands forward, press both thighs back, pull the shoulders down the back, release your head, and drop your heart. Feel your breath. Where do you feel it? Can you still breathe into your belly, into your ribs, into your chest? Now we're going to step the right foot forward. It's not going to come all the way between the hands. It's going to come a little bit behind the right hand. Maybe like a whole foot behind the right hand. Then walk your hands back, straightening that front leg. Most of you won't be able to keep your hands on the ground here. So just bring your hands onto your shin or your leg, or if you have blocks handy, that's fine. The back heel is on the ground. Straighten your torso, pressing that right hip back, reaching out long through the crown of your head. Feel the rotation, just like we did in the beginning. Right hip back, left hip forward. And then fold forward. Breathe long and slow, scooping the belly up as you exhale. Good. Now, bend that front knee. Lift yourself up. Clasp your hands behind your back and press that left hip forward as you reach back with your clasped hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release over, hands to the ground. Step your right foot back, coming into downward facing dog. Good. Now we're going to step the left foot forward, about a foot behind the left hand. You bringing the back heel onto the ground, straightening the front leg. Hands can come up onto that leg. Try to get your body, your torso, parallel to the ground. And then pull that left hip back and bring the right hip forward. And then extend long through the crown of the head. Feel your torso breathing. Push back into that right foot. And exhale and hold. Keeping that left hip back, right hip forward. Keeping the torso long, the breath full. Nice. Bend the front knee and lift up to standing. And clasp your hand, thumb on the outside, whichever way feels less natural to you. Do that. Push back into your right foot strongly, pressing your right hip forward, your tailbone under, and your hands back. Breathe into your chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring the hands down and step forward and fold. Press down into the feet. Feel the ground below you. Lift up through the thighs. Feel the creases at the tops of your thighs, lifting toward the sit bones. Exhale, the belly pulls in, the body sinks down. Feeling each breath, making space, letting go, making space, letting go. And then bend the knees and roll yourself up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bend the elbows, lowering the thumbs to the upper back. Inhale, elbows reach up. Exhale, pull the ribs in toward your body. And inhale the arms up. And exhale down. Just standing for a moment, maybe closing the eyes, feeling the feet on the ground, feeling the breath in the body. And bring the hands onto the hips. We're going to move the hips around in circles without moving the upper body. So see if your head can stay exactly where it is and just circle the hips around in one direction. Feeling the breath as you move, moving with the breath. Try to keep your upper body still. Circle the other way. Isolate the pelvis. And come back to stillness. Release the arms. Now we're going to try to keep the lower body still and circle the upper body. So you're going to, let's start by looking up, feeling the breath lifting up into the chest, and then leaning the body to the left, dropping the head forward, dropping the head to the right, looking up, lifting the heart, really circling the head, but not just the head, engaging the upper torso, engaging the chest. And then reverse directions. And come back to center. Feeling your feet, feeling your breath. And then bend your knees. Bring the left arm under the right arm and wrap the arms around each other. Either bringing the backs of the hands together, or if you can, wrapping one more time so that the palms are together. Good. With the knees bent, bring all the weight of your body into your right foot. Take your gaze at a spot in front of you on the floor or at eye level. Connect with the feeling of your breath in your body. And then lift your left leg up over your right leg. And if you can, hook the foot behind your calf. Lift your elbows. Drop your tailbone. Keep your gaze still and breathe deeply. Lots of upper back and shoulder work today. And release. Come to standing. Feeling your feet on the ground. Feeling your breath in your body. Bend your knees. Cross your left arm under your right arm. Left arm under, backs of the hands or palms of the hands together. With the knees bent, take all the weight into your left foot. Then cross your right leg over your left leg. If your knee's not bent, it's going to be harder to hold it there. If you can hook the foot behind the calf, go ahead and do that. Your eyes are on one spot. Focus there and feel your breath. Lift your elbows. If you feel like you're losing your balance and you're dropping to the right, just move your eyes a slight bit to the left some more. Vice versa. Drop your hips. Drop your sit bones. Drop your tailbone. Elbows lifted. And release. Close the eyes. Feel your feet. Feel your breath. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and come all the way down. Pull the belly in, drop the tailbone down. If you want to challenge yourself more, close your eyes. And release the hands and come down onto your buttocks. Have the arms extended out in front of you, or if you want to work harder, overhead, and slowly lower yourself down to the ground with control. Stay with your breath. Don't hold your breath. Don't shorten your breath. Once you come down with your head, let your hands come to rest on either side of your hips with the palms down. Walk the feet in so that they're under the knees. Breathe from belly to ribs to chest. And then press into your feet, lift your hips. Roll the shoulders under you. Clasp your hands under you if you're able to. Don't worry about it if you're not. If your hands are clasped, then you might experiment with trying to pull them apart. See what happens. If your hands are not clasped, just press down more into the backs of the upper arms. We're trying to lift the chest. Breathing belly, ribs, chest here. Push into the feet and press forward to lift your tailbone more. Press into the backs of the shoulders to lift your chest more. And slowly lower down, releasing hands if they were clasped. Press your low back into the ground. We'll come into happy baby. Knees bent and the arms inside the thighs. Grab hold of your feet and pull the feet until the bottoms of the feet face up and the knees face down. Pull the chin in. Try to aim your big toes for your earlobes. Try to lay your tailbone down onto the ground. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, drop the backs of the shoulders toward the floor. Open the pose up even more with your full deep breath. And release the hands. Hug the knees to the chest. And then open the arms out to the side. Drop the knees to the right. Turn your head to the left. Relax your left shoulder down. Maybe place your right hand on top of your left leg. Can you breathe all the way from the right hip to the left shoulder? Using your right hand, the knees up and drop them over to the left side. Turning your head to the right. Let's actually lift that right shoulder up, roll it back, and release it down. And then your left hand might want to rest on top of your right leg. Let your left hip rest down into the earth. Feeling the contrast between the heaviness of the bones sinking down and the lightness of the breath flowing through your body. And release that left hand if you were using it. Bring the knees back to center. Hug them into the chest. And then release the feet to the ground. Lift the tailbone, tuck it under, and then lower down, release the legs out, shake them out. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the weight of your body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw so that the upper teeth and the lower teeth don't touch. The lips are slightly parted and the tongue softens inside the mouth. One more deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting go of the activity of the mind. Turning your attention to wherever you most easily feel the breath. Perhaps in the belly, or the chest, maybe at the nostrils. Wherever you can track the breath, rest your awareness there. The mind likes to wander. As soon as you notice that you've gone off somewhere, start again. No problem. Just come back to the breath. See if you can stay with 2 breaths in a row before the mind wanders. And maybe 3. Become interested in the breath. Be curious to keep your attention there. Feel the weight of your body relaxing even more. Even more relaxed. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. to your heart, your fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock side to side. Feel the ground massaging your back. And come center. Open the knees out to the side, bringing the bottoms of the feet together. Palms of the hands together. Rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Putting energy back into the body. And then roll over onto either side. Resting your head on your arm. Resting your body on the ground. Resting your awareness in how you feel. Seeing what's here for you right now. Seeing if there's a message that your body wants to offer. And then press yourself up to sitting. Any way that you're comfortable. Sinking the sit bones into the ground, lifting tall through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, filling yourself up from bottom to top. Take it all in. And let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thanks for practicing yoga with me.